Started the company 52 years ago. I had some field experience. I had experience in estimating. Went and got my license. Took classes at night at Greenville Tech and went into business myself. So that's kind of the way the business started. I had a partner, his name was Brady Ward. We started out with 4 people, 2 trucks, and about $1,500 in small tools and stuff. And so we worked out of Brady's house for maybe a year, and we started doing small stuff. We were doing anything that's out there to do. We rented a building on White Horse Road. It had 1 office in it, and it had 2 truck bays in it. And that's kind of where we put our material. We stayed there until we built the building.
When I first started, I think we only had like 25 employees. I mean, we were just, bare minimum. And that was in the 80s. We had no computers, everything was handwritten. I mean, it was a lot of work. But once we got computers, it was like everything was so efficient. Then we got to the 90s, and it was just a continual growth. We were still considered a small group. We were less than 50 employees. We were trying to just make it to where people wanted to come because it was a family atmosphere. We had good benefits.
I come to work here as a teenager from a company of maybe 20 people in the field, 4 or 5 in the office, a couple of work trucks to several hundred employees.
We started doing design build when we first went to business, but it grew after about 10 or 12 years. If we had a $100,000 project, we thought we had something. And then we went from that to $500,000 project plus, and then we went to $1 million project, and then we thought, man, we've really done something now.
I've seen us land our first multi-million-dollar job, so I've seen the growth, and we're now set up to handle those type of projects.
When I started the company, I did that to pass it down over the generations. And it's been very satisfying to me to see the company grow. I turned the company over to Alan years ago, and when I did, I kind of stepped back and said, you're the president, you run the company, and I'll just kind of be around.
I'm extremely proud of my father and what he created and how far we've come and how much discipline it took to keep the company running that long. So to have a chance to step into his shoes, it's a great honor. Everything that I learned in the business, I learned from him. And for him to put that kind of trust into me and to be confident enough to hand that off to me was very inspiring and very emotional for me. And I was very grateful and just proud, very proud.
He's done a great job with that. I can't say enough about what Alan's done and all the programs he's put in place, all the people he's put in place. He's really done a good job with it.
When I first started, he was 8 years old. So I've watched him grow into leadership, and he has really grown the company to the next level.
I was hungry for us to grow. Obviously, the company was set up and it was in an amazing position, and the employees we had were amazing. But I felt like we needed some additional systems, and we needed more protocols and more structure within the company. So we started to implement those, and we've been taking off ever since. I always visualize us being the best and being the best in the region and in the market, and just to see the growth transpire and come true in front of me has been amazing. We were running out of space. I think our old shop, we might have had 12 offices. We were rapidly hiring new employees, and it also with market demands and where we were headed right before we moved in here. I mean, we had people working in trailers.
We found this piece of property here. It's about 11 acres, and we built this building.
Out of this office, we can go anywhere and we can do just about anything. And I think that has set us up for basically anything in electrical construction we want to pursue. We have the ability to do it now.
This facility has not only given us the opportunity to go to market really well, but it's also given us a great platform to attract new talent.
We got a full-fledged estimating department, a BIM and surveying department. Just the amount of talent he's brought on, it's just amazing to see all this grow.
I always want to maximize our potential and maximize our capabilities. So I want to keep pressing the limit wherever that takes us to. But with the talent in here and with the people that we're bringing in, I don't think there's a limit really. When we hit the 50-year mark, I was extremely proud. Having a great reputation in the market, having a great reputation amongst our peers, the consistency and the discipline and dedication it took to get there. It was amazing. We have come a long way. We've probably 20x in the past 15 years. I'm most proud of how consistent we've been and how far we've come.
I really can't hardly put into words what it means to see H&W, how it has progressed, you know. And knowing that I've been a part of that, that fills me with pride.
When you look around and you think about what you started with and what you got now, it's a big change. The good Lord's been good to me, and we've been blessed to do what we've done.
The talent here is pressing the envelope. The whole building is loaded with amazing individuals and amazing people that are driven, and we all have the same mindset to push forward and explore new markets, get into more states, expand the company. We're just getting started.